Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Minister of Communication, Mazi Sonny, are you there?
Thank you, Machineke. Thank you, Biafran people. Thank you, Biafrans in UK. And thank you for hosting the Prime Minister and his entire cabinet and the Biafran people. I salute all cabinet members and ministers here present, the reps and the admins, and all lovers of freedom and supporters of the government of Biafra. We are here again today to talk to Biafrans. The Prime Minister, thank you for honoring this visit. UK, here we are. So let's check the next item on the agenda before we hand over to the UK family. All right, the next item on the agenda is opening prayer. We hand over the program to the coordinator of the UK at this very point, Mazi Boniface. Over to you, please. When you need the media team, you can call us in again. Thank you so much.
Please make sure you co-host the Boniface so that we will spotlight him immediately.
Mazi Boniface, over to you, please. Please do enable your camera so that we can spotlight you.
Mr. Boniface's hand is up. If you can co-host him, please.
Mazi, please co-host him. Let's say on his camera, please. Mazi, your co-host, put on your camera.
Okay, yes, sir. Good evening, all. Good evening, my PM. Good evening, our cabinet members present. Good evening, my ministers present. All the reps present and admins present. Good evening, UK members, family present. I greet you all. My PM, you are highly welcome to UK. I want to call on the person to lead us in prayer, in the person of Madam Eyuche. Madam Eyuche, you can raise your hand up so that you can be unmuted. Madam Eyuche, raise your hand up.
Everybody that need their camera on, please put it on right away, including the person Boniface just called. Put on all your cameras, and so that we'll be able to spotlight you. Put on your cameras now, everyone, please. Please put on your cameras, please. Put on your cameras. Put on your cameras. Thank you. Call her again so that she will now.
Madam Eyuche, I can see you now. Unmute.
Tell her what to do.
Madam Eyuche, you can unmute and put
unmute your mic. Eyuche, unmute your mic.
I've done that.
Okay, you can now lead us in an opening prayer, please.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm going to speak the language of the heavens so that they can hear us. Those that cannot speak nor understand this language, I apologize. Thank you. Chukwu okike, kele n'igwe n'ụwa. Anyị bụ ụmụ gị, anyị agbakọtago wee na-asị gị nna m. ekene dịrị gị n'ebe kasị elu. Karịsịa ife rụba ama na-eme n'ụbọchị tata wee mee ụmụ anyị wee zukọ n'anụkọ ụwa niile. Onye wepụtara anyị bụ Nnamdi Kanu, ọ nọ n'etiti anyị. Wee welu nwa ya nwoke bụ praịm minista anyị, welu mmanụ dị iche ọ nọkwa n'etiti anyị na ndị niile ya na-alụ ya bụ ọlụ. A wee na-ekene gị nna m na ife ya eme n'ụbọchị tata ga-abụ nnukwu ife rụba ama. Eluigwe n'ụwa amago na Biafra abịago, edetugo edetu. Ka fara ndị niile si na ọma abịa, ọ ya eme n'anya fa. Wee na-ayọ gị Chineke nke kere n'igwe n'ụwa, ọ ka o mee. Ọ gbalị nkịta okwu juru n'ọnụ, naanị gị na-eme ka ife na-abụrụ ka ọ bụrụ. Wee na-ayọ gị enyemaka n'isi oru nwoke bụ our prime minister Simon Ekpa Nwanjọkụ. Onye nwe m Chineke na ọ masịrị gị n'oge abụọ a na ị ga-arọpụta ya ka eduba na nsọ anwa, maka na imeli ọ bụla onye na-agba aka ali ọjị. Anụrụ m na mmadụ na-agba aka ali ọjị, mana tru obi ebele gị wee mee Simon Ekpa Nwanjọkụ o wee gbala aka na ali ọjị. Nna biko ndị kabinet ya ka hara ndị niile na-anụkọ nke ụwa ya enyeli ya aka. Ife ọbụla ọ chọrọ na-anụkọ nke ụwa ya enye ya, anyị wee na Biafra. Wee na-asị gị nna m daalụ n'ụbọchị tata. Wee na-asị gị ọka aka bi n'igwe, anyị esekpuere gị bọọlụ gị isi ala. Ana anyị ekwego gị nkwa na anyị bụ ụmụ Biafra na anyị ga-efe gị ruo ebighị ebi. Nke a ka nna ayọ gị nna m n'afa nwa gị bụ Yeshua Hamashiach. Wee na-asị gị ka ị gozie mbọchị tata. Daalụ nna m n'afa nwa bụ Yeshua Hamashiach. Ise. Daalụ n'ụmụnne m. Daalụ n'ụmụ m. Daalụ.
The next on the agenda is I want to call on our veterans present in this town hall meeting for them to officially present the kola nut to the special guest, our PM, his cabinet, and everybody present here. So I'm calling on our veteran, Dr. Emma Mwabueze. Dr. Emma, over to you. And Dr. Emma will be giving a speech to welcome our PM and to open the program. He's the one to give the opening speech for today's program.
Who did you call, please?
Dr. Emma, can you raise your hand? Dr. Emma?
Dr. Emma, please raise your hand so we can get you. Dr. Emma, please raise your hand with the icon button in the Zoom. If you can't use the icon, you can do so manually if your camera is on.
Okay, he's right there. We can see. Unmute yourself.
Okay.
Please, COS, co-host him.
Yes.
Co-host him.
Okay, Dr. Emma, unmute yourself. You're still muted. Okay, great. Great.
Yeah. I'm privileged to address our PM and to welcome him, His Excellency, Ekpa Simon Njoku, the indomitable Prime Minister, with his entourage, all the cabinet members, ministers, the indomitable media team. The media team is very awesome. So welcome you to this presentation of the PM visiting town hall. I'm going to go into the breaking of the collar, but first of all, I'm sure most of you might have known or have been said my modus operandi. I always introduce certain things first. My preamble is always educational. I have to acknowledge that those of us who were in Finland, in Helsinki, I was by divine hand, the person I wasn't meant to break the collar down. The person coming from the other side of the world, called Australia, was still in the air. And a lady, a woman, who is called Lola Uju, the lady, she was the person who recommended me to speak. And you remember that I moved into the arena with a bang, and I came out with a bang. And today, I'm being privileged again to speak to you. It was also a lady who recommended me to do this breaking of the collar. And her name is Ada Mwada Angel Okoro. And this was supported by our team. I'm also in the UK Liaison Committee. I'm just giving this background. So I have to, and our PM, Master Simon Edward, is in concert with this. And I want to draw the attention to every person. The PM, our PM, decreed and told us that three different religions in Biafra to be recognized: Christianity, Judaism, and traditional. So when I'm doing my libation, incantation to them, I'm going to do the three of them. Because he said the three of them, none is superior to the other. It depends on individuals. But as far as Biafra is concerned, the three religions are at parapazoo with each other. The next thing I want to say, before I go down to the nitty-gritty of the whole issue, is that there's something called kola, Oji. It is called in Igbo, Oji. From Igala to Ishon to Calabar to Urubu to Igbo land, the other side of Igbo land, the central Igbo land, you go there. That's the tree. There's always a tree. The kola nut doesn't fall from the ground, from the air. That tree produces kola. And that kola, whether it is in Calabar, or whether it is in Igala, or whether it's in the Ishon, and so it's called Oji Igbo. Oji Igbo. What it means that it is from ancient, our own ancient people, that Oji Igbo. I've said this before. So when we're doing that, we're going to go down back to the language of the ancient, that is Igbo. So I'm going to show you the color. I have here 18 pieces of color. Igbo. I'm going to, before I start, I'm going to do the libation in Igbo. That 16 of them here. I have 16. I have also garden egg. We call it, there's other things. I don't know whether you're able to see that, or that is that. So I'm going to say, because this is Zoom, so it is it's okay for people to sit down. But if it is face to face, then we'll stand up. But I'm going to sit down. Ndị be anyị ekenego m none. Ndị be anyị none. Prime Minister Ekpam none. Ndị cabinet none. Ndị media none. Ndị Igbo so anyị bụ ndị Igbo. As na onye wetara ọjị wetara ndụ. I want all of us before I go there that when I'm doing libation, the media people should unmute every person because you have to say he say, and that he say must be in rhythm. You must follow it in rhythm. Because without you say, it doesn't mean anything. So when I'm saying by the end of this, he say, and when I drop my heart completely, the three he say, so I'm beginning again. Ndị be anyị nọ, ọ bụ nso Biafra ka anyị na-arịọ ise. Prime Minister anyị bụ Maazị Simon Ekpa. Ndị na-eburu okwu Chukwu na-ekwu n'eziokwu. Chukwu Isaac ndị ọgọ mmụọ Ogbuyede Omaniwaka
Please, Mazi Angel, hold on, Mazi, unmute yourself, Mazi. Please, wait, unmute yourself. Please, don't abuse the say, I beg you. Allow him to finish before you say he say. Please.
I'm a Igbo. Thank you, Van. You put away. You can have Mkucha Unasi ise. Us no nya try Kani Tife Banyanya. Mandi Nde Amami Fen, then when you uche, and then if so Otoro Road.
Our doctor. We have many languages here, which are not just Igbo. So, in prayer, on another
Biafra.
No, we never. I this now. In fact, I need he said,
this, please, this, before we now continue, who is this Ikechukwu? Daniel Okwolisa. That want to control my camera. Who is this person? Who is this person that want to control my camera? No, I want to give him access to the camera so he can control it. I want to give him access to the camera right now. So please just don't remove him. Ikechukwu, Daniel Okwori. So yeah, control the camera as you want. I've given you power and access to do that.
So Oji, Ofu Oji Gejine Naka Prime Minister, Ngemepe Ododo, Ngemepe Ododo, okay? Ododo. Munangom Geji $1,000. Mepe Oji.
Wow.
Yeah, Geji $1,000. Mepe Oji. Okay. Prime Minister Uroji, Uroji, onye dere ikwu ya were ndị ihu na ndị abịa ma wee na ọjị ise. Ada Diorama
is not here.
Okay. Ihe mere na Ada Diorama, our people, that's the gods of Biafra, descended on her to give
no, the God of Biafra don't depend on her.
It is that name the Mirimi.
Yeah.
Auto this email, I have about to go back on lot docking.
Okay. There are two greater people coming after me. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you.
You can unmute me. Okay. You put up my hand to it.
This one is sounding like Worry Sister.
Okay.
Yeah,
our reverends will come in now.
Ndị UK na nọkwa ya.
Mazi Boniface, are you there? Is Mazi Boniface still here?
Yeah. So we have two more persons to assist Dr. Emma to officially welcome our Prime Minister to UK. The first person is Mazi Uzomeke. Please, sir, can you unmute yourself and join voice with Dr. Emma to welcome our PM?
Thank you very much, my people. I greet my Prime Minister for giving us this time to be here in our town. I thank everybody that is present, even those of you that are not here as well. My senior brother has said everything about the color. I'm not going to talk much about color. What I'm going to talk is about our PM. Our PM has done everything online. And it's marvelous that we are happy with him.
Mazeke, sorry to interrupt. We can't see your face. We're only seeing we're only seeing Mama there. Mama
Okay. Let me sit down then.
Yeah.
It's okay like this. It's okay. Like this. Get closer to Mama so that the camera will picture the two of you.
We are close. Don't worry.
All right.
Yes. When Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, everybody thought the end has come for Biafra struggle. And I think he follows his own saying. He said, even if he's not there, in 100 or 1 million years, nobody will destroy IPOB and the idea of Biafra struggle. And I think his being kidnapped helped us to find the reserve in us. And God presented the Prime Minister, Maazị Ekpa Simon Njok, to us. I know it's not everybody would agree with what everybody does in this particular struggle. But God knows who is following the truth in this struggle. And that is why everything has worked perfectly for him. Nnamdi Kanu had a lot of people. All these ideas, he had them. But he was full of, his cabinet was full of saboteurs, all of them. He was very, very fortunate to have saboteurs, all of them among his cabinet. So we leave that for the day it will be told. I thank God for your coming, my Prime Minister. I thank God for my people here present welcoming you. And I pray with this caller that you will continue with the success story you've started with, and we end it up in getting us Biafra. I will support this caller, breaking of this caller, with 200 Ejama. Thank you. Ndewoni.
There were. Mazuzoma, thank you very much. We appreciate. The next person to assist Dr. Emma to welcome Obato Obie is one of our veterans, a reverend indeed. We call on a humble servant. Even at his age, he's so much humble to the core. So we are calling on no other person than Reverend Bertram Ogudire. Reverend, please join your voice with that of Dr. Emma to welcome our PM and his entourage. There you go.
The camera is not coming on.
My camera is not coming. My video.
Can you raise your hand so that...
Please raise your hand so that the media team can put you on.
My system is giving me...
Okay, just continue speaking. Let me see you. COS, please co-host him for us.
Okay.
COS, please co-host him.
Yeah, it's me then. I raise my hand now.
Go on your hand. What's the name?
Bertram Ogudire. I raise my hand.
Okay.
Bertrand, where is it? Mazi, please continue speaking so that we can see you.
Bertram Ogudire.
Yeah. Okay. Calvary greetings. My Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa.
Mazi Bertrand, your camera is not coming on. It's not possible. Try to open your camera, please.
He said because the host has stopped it.
No, he has co-host now. Then you have co-host now. You can open your camera.
Okay.
Yeah, open your camera now.
They're not coming.
Try again.
Okay. Try it again. Yeah, that's it. Yes.
Okay, yes. Greetings. Very greetings, my Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. I thank God for your life, for giving yourself up to lead in the front. I pray that God will continue to clothe you with double skin of elephant so that you will continue to do what you set out to do. Ecclesiastically, I want to bless you to say, do not be afraid, nor be dismayed. Your Lord, your God, is with you. I also appeal to those who are sitting down or those sitting looking here and there with what God Himself said to people of that nature when the Ark of God was about to be restored to Jerusalem. In Joshua chapter 4, verse 4 and 5, He said to them, when you see the Ark of the Covenant of God moving, rise up from where you are and follow it, because you have not been that way before. So I call upon everyone, those following and those who are not following, to rise up and follow our Prime Minister, who has the Ark of Covenant moving to restore it at its place. Rise up, because you haven't been that way before. He has the blueprint, and he's carrying him with him.
I'm on my bed.
So, rise up. In closing, I pray that Allah megide elu megide ndị niile si na ọ ga-adịrị anyị na mma. The dragon himself, together with elephant, I call you Ojibwe Amaji Nkembo. Move on, God is with you. So I support my brother, Dr. Ma, in the breaking of kola with 500 Ejima.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Briefly, I want to make known the liaison officials here in UK, which was officially inaugurated by our Prime Minister, His Excellency, my Lord, Mazi Simon Ekpa. So I want to recognize my co-rep here in UK in the person of Law Luchu, whom God have used mightily to say that UK is where it is today. Everything that is happening in UK today was really engineered by Lolo. She's a great hero here in UK. UK cannot exhaust talking about their success without mentioning Lolo. We pray for quick recovery to her health so that she can come back and continue the good work she's doing in UK. So I'm calling on the next person, which is Mwada Angel Okoro, the General Secretary. The next person is Ngozi Obodefuna, the Assistant Secretary General. The next person is Mazi Hill Eze, the Liaison Technical Officer. The next person is Wada Roslyn Eke. She's the Liaison Financial Officer.
Mazi Boniface.
Wada Cordelia Ogudire.
Mazi Boniface, can you hear me? Could you be tell them to raise their hand so that we can spotlight them, please, as you call their name.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So that the cabinet will
Mwada Angel Okoro, can you spotlight yourself? Mwada Angel Okoro sitting beside
we have spotlighted her.
Okay.
We have seen her.
She's the General Secretary here in UK.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
The next person is Ezine Ngozi Obodefuna. Ezine Ngo.
Ezine, please raise your hand.
Can you raise your hand? Ezine Ngozi Obodefuna.
Ezine, could you raise your hand, please? All right, go to the next person. Yeah, okay, please.
I can see her and I can see her.
Okay, I can see Ezine. Yeah, she's spotlighted, okay.
She's the Assistant General Secretary.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The next person is Mazi Hill Eze. Mazi Hill Eze.
Then is
9 MPs. Mazi Hill Eze 9 MPs.
Yeah, he's a co-host here. He's a co-host here.
no.
Mazi Hill Eze, please raise your hand so that we spotlight you.
Mazi Eze, come on, you.
Kama is real.
Kama is real, okay.
The next is Wada Roslyn Eke. Mazi Hileze is the technical officer here in UK. Everything concerning computer, everything, technicality, he's very good at that. He has been very helpful here in UK. Mazi, thank you very much. So we are calling on the next person, Wada Roslyn Eke, the Liaison Financial Officer.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
So she's our finance minister here in UK. She's very good at that. Wada, more grace to your elbow.
Oh, yes. See?
The next person is Wada Cordelia Ogudire. She's welfare and hospitality, the liaison welfare and hospitality officer. Wada Cordelia.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want to see you.
I'm here in the camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mother Cordelia, she's the wife of Reverend Bertram Ogudire.
Oh, welcome, thank you.
Wada is lovely. She can assess everything, evaluate everything needed to make both the office and every planning, make it hospitable. She's good at that. Wada Cordelia. The next is Reverend Bertram Ogudire. He's the caretaker. Reverend Bertram Ogudire. He's also an elder here in UK. Like I said, even at his age, he's very humble, dedicated, and always eager to serve God's people here in UK. Reverend, thank you. More grace.
Well done.
And we have our veteran, Dr. Emma Mwabueze. He's the an elder here. We call him an elder or patron in UK. Dr. Emma, we know Dr. Emma. So all these honorable men and women are the ones working behind the scene to make things happen in UK. I appreciate you all. Despite my age, they always accord me any assistance they will. And they are always humble to work, always eager to work, not minding their age, not minding their position in the society. They have Biafra at heart. So I pray that the good Lord will continue to strengthen and give them more grace. And I'm happy to have you around me. People are happy for you, people.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, Lolo, would you? If Lolo is here, I want Lolo to briefly, before we continue. Lolo, would you?
Is Lolo here? Is Lolo here? Lolo, please, if you're here, do raise your hand up so we can spotlight you.
Lolo cannot be here.
Okay. She said that I should, when the time comes, I should try and check if she's around. But if she's not around, before the meeting ends, she may come in. That was our agreement, my meeting with her today, my discussion with her today. So whenever she comes, we shall allow her to say something here. I want to go on to call on my boss at the European level, Mazi Uche. He's a very quiet but calculative and hardworking young man. So he's my boss in Europe, the European rep. So briefly, Mazi Uche Ndewosa, please welcome our PM and his entourage that came to the Europe today. Ndewosa.
Yes, good evening, everybody from here. Thank you very much, Mazi Boniface, and thank you very much, the UK family. You all have done great for what you are doing. And to my Prime Minister, and Mazi, welcome to the United Kingdom and welcome to Europe. I thank you all for all you have done. We appreciate your efforts in making sure that the government initiatives are carried out as quickly as possible. That is what we expect from all the countries in Europe. And I love the fact that you guys are working together in unity. And like you said, regardless of your age, everybody is according you. Everybody is according you with all the support and all the help that you need to move UK forward. Thank you very much. And I hope that other countries is going to learn from what the United Kingdom is doing. UK is one of our strongholds in the European area. And we are looking forward that more is going to come from the UK. Please, I urge every member in the UK to please support what we are doing, support your leaders. They are working hard. They are making sure that the government is at your disposal and all the services that the government are going to be rendering will all come from the liaison office. So please support your representatives and those who are speaking on behalf of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Before we move on, I would like to briefly say one or two words before we move on to the next agenda. My PM, what I will say is that your good works so far is what I have taken our liberation where it is today. Because good works is better than words. I call you Kognadu, achiever, the finisher and the perfecter of this our liberation. Because despite the age or the size of somebody, what announces one is his good works. And your good works has silenced all the enemies that is fighting us left, right, front, and back. So what lasts is not worse. What lasts is one good works. The zoo and the IPOB Nigeria, where they are today, is because of too much words. But what has taken Biafra and what have taken this liberation to where it is today is because you are Toknadu. Before you say something, you have already achieved it before saying it. So that is exactly what is opening doors for the unbelievers, for them to believe, because they are seeing. Many of us are Thomas, but what we have achieved in a short period of time has made the Thomas to shout, "My Lord, my God, my Lord, my God," as Thomas did in the Holy Book. So today, as you have come to UK people, they are really happy for you. We are always eager and ready to support you and your cabinets, all your officials and ministers in your good work. Because where you are leading us is a divine arrangement. What we are doing is spiritual. So we know that the Almighty God who has given you this divine assignment, He will never abandon you. And I know that this your good works, because there is a portion in the Holy Book, Ecclesiastes 5:11. It says, "Good attracts more people." The increase in goods attract increase in people that will enjoy the goods. People that will enjoy this, the more the goods or the good works they are increasing, the more people are also coming in. And the more God is taking glory. And also in Matthew chapter 13, verse number 54, Jesus came to his own people. They didn't recognize him, but they recognized his wisdom and his good works. So at the good works they recognized him for, they shouted, "Wow, what an astonishing wisdom and good works." So all this, your wisdom and your good works, people will really recognize you. Even after all of us gathered here, leave this place tomorrow, our works will speak for us, whether we are around or not around. So we are privileged to work with you to see that these good works, they spread the whole world. And as Onyendo, who has been a very wonderful instrument and prophet who have taken this, our liberation, where it is, for anointing you for this very task. Onyendo has prophesied so much. Now you are the finisher, the doer. All the things God has used Onyendo to prophesy, you have come to finish, to perfect. So UK people, we are always ready to join you to make history. Therefore, I call you my Lord, because you are truly a master. Therefore, sir. Therefore, you are highly welcome to UK. No, sir.
Okay.
So before we move on to the next agenda we have, I am taking my own cola of 200 Ejema to support what we are doing to welcome our PM to UK. No, sir. No.
No.
Yes, you.
The next on our agenda, I'm calling on one other angel, the General Secretary of UK, to please, her presentation that she and her colleagues have, please come up and present your presentation. There.
Pastor Boniface, when do you need us to play the sound? Let me know, okay?
Now.
Yeah, now. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir.
Hold on. It's open. Is it coming out? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay.
I'm going to support our effort with 100 Ejema.
Yeah. You may be asking, Ezine is a title given to her as a good mother.
Amen. Thank you.
Mazi Boniface.
Sir?
Please, before you continue, she actually used the right phrase when she said every name should be given to you, and somebody interjected with every good name. No, it's not it's not every good name. It's every name. She used the right phrase because they have called him a Berima. They have called him the criminal. They have called him.
And we all started answering again.
Yes. They have called him the fraudster. They have called him the 419. They have called him the anonymous. There is nothing they have not called him. So the right phrase is every name. Every name. Call him every name. But yet he is the good guy. And he's the one that is giving for Nigeria the way it
is. Don't forget that he promised them that he will minimalize them into Biafra, and he's doing it.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
I'm backing them. That's okay.
Mazi Boniface, over to you, please. Thank you.
Thank you, my minister. Thank you very much. I'm calling on our technical officer, Mazi Hill Eze. Mazi Hill Eze, come and join your voice with that of Dr. Emma to welcome our special guest.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you, Obashtobie, for visiting us today. Thank you, all the ministers in the house and all the media team and everyone working so hard to make sure that we succeed in what we are doing. And I know that we're already in Biafra. Obatobia has done so much, and every day new things are coming up. You know, he's talk and do like our Lord said. He has done so much, and he promised that before the declaration, a lot will happen. He said he will break their hands, their legs, and their wings, so that they will not even have anything at all to fight back. And that is exactly what he's doing. I appreciate you, for that. Asna, so I'm supporting the caller with 100 ejema. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. There. The next, I'm calling on Wanda Cordelia. Ogudere. I know that Reverend had done something. So I want you to come and welcome Panyereti Gajanuku. Welcome our PM.
Yes. PM, welcome. All the cabinet, everybody, all Biafrans, the 2 Biafrans, they are all welcome. PM, when I keep on thinking, it's difficult to understand who you are or what you are in spiritual realm and every other one. Your name, like what there's something, sister, the careers Akachukodia, Adadiolamana, so Akachukodia. Your name, Simon Pepper. Simon the Rock. You helped you when Mazin Nandukan was crying. Every time, when I think about him being arrested, I thank God for it sometimes, because if he still broadcasting till today, must have had an attack by now. Because sometimes you can see it in his voice. He was tired broadcasting. One day he cried, "I'm tired of broadcasting." And I call you Obilo. Because when he was arrested, everybody's heart was up, Obilo, and when you are raised, our heart was down. And you live in Finland, which is the finishing everything, and Helsinki, where every principalities and powers are going to be pulled down in the December 10. So when you look at your name and where you are and everything, the names, everything is rhyming up. Thinking where on that December, the way I'm seeing it, every principalities and powers will have to obey the day and bow down. Where the Nigerian principalities, all their evil things will be finished on the day. So when I think about that, my prayers is always every day to you. That's my prayer every day. That when you watch it, he has already written in the palm of his hand, nothing by any man. Biafra is already here. Praise the Lord. Thank you. On that note, I'll add 100 pounds to what my
Thank you. 100 Ejema. She's supporting her darling husband, Reverend Veteran Ogudere, with
100
Prime Minister, one more time. Please. That song is moving train. Yes.
Oh, never.
Please.
We told them that the time has come. You will no longer force us with the barrel of the gun to remain in Nigeria. Nigeria ever defeat Biafra the second time. Mark my word. I said Nigeria will never defeat Biafra with the barrels of the gun. And this time around, the union can no longer stand by force by the barrels of the gun.
Yes.
Yeah. And the reason why this particular town hall meeting is taking place is so that Biafrans in those countries we are visiting today, we are in the United Kingdom, for them to understand that the freedom of Biafra is here.
It's here.
It does not matter whether you believe it or not, or will drag you into freedom. Because many of the people who are not supporting now are people that ordinarily in a working society, your right to make decisions will be deprived from you and legal guidance will be assigned to you. Many of you are brain dead, and that is a fact. If you cannot support your own freedom at this point, with what is going on in Nigeria, it means you are not capable, you are not mentally fit, you are not fit physically and otherwise to make decisions concerning your future. And that is exactly the way it is. So my people in the United Kingdom, I do not want to waste time before I make a very brief speech because I can see that the spirit has overwhelmed everybody and the donation will continue. But I just want to make a little bit update as that may be the only update I will give or the speech I will make today. What we do in the government is in the open. We are not hiding anything. We are not underground or doing it secretly that, we don't want to talk so that the enemies will not copy what we are doing. We are in the open. And for the past few days, what we decided to do was to show to the enemy little of our capability. A lot of people never believed that the kind of sophisticated weapon we have today will be in Biafra land. And let me tell you, this is the beginning. The reason why you see them crying for the very first time in the history of Nigeria at the National Assembly. The reason why you see them sharing flyers of Simon Ekpa. The reason you see those terrorists who have killed us unchallenged for many years crying today for the very first time is because of most of those things you see on social media. We just decided to show to those who are not aware of what is happening because it is not being reported anywhere. You can never hear in the Nigerian news that 30 armored tanks were destroyed. You can't hear it. When we say it, a lot of people think it's a joke. You can't hear that helicopter and fighter jet is bombarding Biafra territory. You can't hear it in the news. When we announce it, a lot of people think, it is, we are joking. So we decided that we will showcase some of the things that you have supported the government to be able to do in the defense, only defense. There are many things happening diplomatically. There are many things happening in many sectors of the government. There are many things going on. internationally that we are yet to make public. We've engaged lobbyists, we've engaged international consultancy firms, we've engaged many things and many organizations that many people don't know about. It is part of this particular liberation phase. What we are trying to do is to make sure we put Biafra in the global stage of discussion. As soon as we continue the second stage of the self-referendum voting, a lot of things will be made public, and by then, things will begin to take shape. But the promise we are making to the Biafra people is that no terrorists will enter Biafra land and attack and go back to tell the story to those who send it. Nobody. Not those in uniform, not those in ragtag, not the non-state actors, not the state actors. We will engage them. It may not be immediately, but whoever that come to Biafra land to attack, believe me, his days is numbered. It is self-defense, the most aggressive one that the Biafra government have activated. Nigeria have killed us for ages. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was broadcasting on Radio Biafra for many years, but because of criminals that surrounded him, that used the opportunity of Biafra, and when he called upon the people that want to fight for Biafra, many criminals embraced that call. After 8 years, he was crying for just 100 men. Nobody is talking about it anymore. There are millions of Biafrans following him, shouting, our leader, shouting Biafra, Biafra, and he was shouting 100 men. Today, you have seen the reason why he was shouting 100 men. Because almost all of them turned their back on Biafra. Almost all of them today are supporting Nigeria. Almost all of them today turn back to support those who killed them in Aba. The same people that were shouting, give us gun, we need bullet, we need gun, we need gun, today are shouting and supporting those who murdered them in Enugu. That was the reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was shouting for 100 men, because he couldn't see anybody. He saw that all of them are fake. When he make decision to stop election, these same people that call themselves DOS or IPOB today, which is IPOB Nigeria, there will be the same people go back to him to persuade him. After they have collected money from the governors, they will go back to him. You want to cancel election? You want to cancel election? You want to boycott election? You want them to tag us terrorists? If you boycott election, they will call you terrorists. I want to know how can stopping election as a freedom fighting movement will make you become a terrorist. Is there any relationship between stopping election as a freedom fighting movement and terrorism? How does that amount to terrorism? When you just going to tell people to stay at home, how does that amount to terrorism? We did it. Did we take our word back? The answer is no. Did we stop the election? Yes, we did. Over 25 million people who registered for election, only 4 million people voted. 20-something million boycotted the election. Are we a terrorist? The answer is no. Are we the one who killed people in Lagos for election? Not us. It was the Nigeria state, the terrorist state of Nigeria, that committed act of terrorism during the election. And that is what we try to prevent our people from becoming a victim. And many who did not listen to us fall victim of this election, the past election. Those who were killed, did anybody remember them? The answer is no. Those who were butchered in Lagos, did anybody remember them? The answer is no. Did anybody compensate their family? No, the answer is no. Did anybody, those who lost their businesses in Lagos, that their businesses were burned to ashes, did anybody compensate them? The answer, till today, the answer is no. Now I ask you, who are the terrorists? But these people deceived Onyendu for many years. If not because of the glory of God or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra would have lost trust in him. Because there is nothing in this world like when a man says something and doesn't stand on by it. There has been many times they declared boycott election. At the dying minute, they will call it because he was under pressure by the same people who was fighting Biafra with him. He never knew then that these people were all fake until the last minute when he said, I need 100 men. I cannot see any men here. He asked, which people am I going to go to war with? People don't understand. Those genuine people today may not understand what was going on. He was shouting for 100 men. Where there are millions of people, IPOB scattered all over the world, this man was shouting for 100 men. He couldn't find any 100 men among them. Today, I promised him that when he is coming out, he will have millions of Biafrans who are genuine. And he is coming out with the Biafra flag. Believe me, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released in a very historic manner. And what they want us to do is to stop Biafra struggle and begin to fight for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in place of the Biafra struggle. Because we understand this very well. We defeated that plan. Many of them today is being used. That's why you can see some people who call themselves Jewish or whatever, they will gather in their number, they will write script and give them, say, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not here. Just go and say, don't support a referendum because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So they want to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the fight that you have to be fighting. And today, we are killing the bird. We are killing many birds with one stone. Do you understand the point? As they hold him, we have proven to them that holding him will never stop Biafra. We also prove to them that holding him will become the most expensive thing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has become the most expensive commodity under the Nigeria state. The more they hold him, the more expensive it becomes. The more they detain him, the more we will make Nigeria feel the pain of the crime of international kidnapping. The more they hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in dungeon, the more Nigeria economy will go down. We will crash it, believe me. Because it is not just about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is about thousands of Biafrans who are now being detained, and many of them are dying on a daily basis. This has happened for many years. I want you to understand what Nigeria is. For those who were supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, only to turn back because he was kidnapped from Kenya. Abiola was killed by Nigeria because of the interests of other Nigerians. He was killed. Today, he is in the history. This idiot from Yoruba land, under Yoruba, who called himself the son of Fela. His father was killed. Today, he is part of the history of Nigeria. His grandmother was killed. They are now part of the history of Nigeria. The worst is that the prominent men in Yoruba land many of them have been murdered by Nigeria state. But whenever they have one small opportunity, they forget them. Even to the point that a son of a victim, the guy who's supposed to be the most angered person in Nigeria today, whose father was murdered by injection, is now calling those fighting what his father did cowards. I want you people to understand that Nigeria have seen, in fact, they have not seen what is coming. God will use me to end Nigeria. Mark my word. God will use me to end Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
For the interests of millions of people. The atrocity of Nigeria, the prayers of many people and those that were killed by hunger, those children, their cry God to God. And God used many years to mold this Simon Ekpa. I told them from the beginning, you see, I have come to end the journey of this Biafra struggle. This year, after Biafra declaration on the 2nd of December, we will know who is going to run away from the south, south, and southeast. I have no other update to give you, but I have come to assure those criminals and terrorists in Nigeria state that God will use me to end Nigeria. And the end of Nigeria have begun. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was preaching, he said Somali will be better than Nigeria. Are you not seeing it? The good news is that at the end, freedom will come. And the West continue to make mistake of allowing us in Africa to carry gun before they listen to us. The mistake were done in Sudan, in Ethiopia, in Eritrea, in many places. Something that we can resolve amicably. Ordinary asking for freedom is a problem. The people will kill you for asking for your freedom. And if you don't defend yourself, your history will be gone. Will be wiped away from the surface of the earth. Mm-hmm. And today, we will not be wiped away by Nigeria. Because we have come to end it. Our forefathers paid the heaviest price of being in Nigeria, and we are not going to leave that particular price for our children unborn to pay. We will end it in this generation. So from the 2nd of December, the music will change. Nigeria don't know what is coming. We will show them that the people you killed in the 60s, we have never forgotten them. The scars is very fresh. The humiliation on our children, they were dying, and they saw all those stomach being swelled up, and they were dying in thousands on daily basis, up to 3 million. Nigeria is evil and must end. The only way to end it is when they come with AK-47, you bring your own AK-47. When they come with bomb, you bring your own bomb. Mm-hmm. It is fire for fire, gun for gun, until the world will listen to us. Mm-hmm. And that listening to us, they have ignored us for many years. Mm-hmm. This year will be the day, the year that the Biafra and our own cry will ring a bell to the highest level. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Biafrans. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I want to fulfill that promise whenever. So the promise I'm making to the United Kingdom today, Biafrans in the United Kingdom, is that when I was in the US a few weeks ago, last week, I promised them that the satellite radio and all that will be, and the TV will be on air. And today we have the satellite TV, we have the satellite radio. And what I promise and what I'm still promising here is that we will start, now we have tested the radio and it is working in Ebonyi State. We are going to start from the coastal Biafra to the hinterland. We already have some transmitters in the hinterland. So Akwa Ibom State, the former Akwa Ibom State, in the next 2 weeks, will have Voice of Biafra satellite radio all over Akwa Ibom. That's my promise. In the next 2 weeks, we are going to have them in Akwa Ibom, and from there, spread to Iguacha, spread to Bayelsa, spread to all the coastal delta before we come to the hinterland. That is the promise I'm making to you. But it starts in the next 2 weeks from today. Thank you.